It all comes down to this. Welcome everybody to the live stream for tonight's finals matchup with the Tecumseh Vista Vortex taking on the Lesource Aigles. I'm not saying it the French way or else I'll sound like an idiot. But this is what it's all come down to. The Vortex came into day 2 looking for vengeance. After a loss against Belle River, they come back in today, start strong with a win, go back, get another win, make their way to the semifinals, find Belle River in the semis, kick them out, and they find their way up to the top of the ladder fighting for that final spot with Lesource. What is set to be an exciting matchup between these two teams. We'll have our first period action underway shortly. Starting in net tonight for the Vista Vortex, number 1, Nicholas Ellsworth. I've got a bit of a voice loss going on here, so please be patient with me. Starting down at the blue line, number 23, Alexander Lisi, and number 19, Arian Glover. Up on forward at the wings will be number 14, Michael Seifert, number 11, Colton Deemer, and at center, number 16, Ryan Kochuk. Here we go. Puck has been dropped and Lesource wins the face-off. Tipped off the skate of Deemer, and it flies out of bounds. 4 seconds into the game, and we already have a stoppage of play and a whistle that'll come to the left side of the Lesource net. Outside the zone, face-off is tied up and won by Kochuk. Taking that puck up along the wall, the Aigles fire that puck into the zone. Lisi finds it along the wall, gets stick lifted, loses the puck. Lesource finds it again, but Arian Glover with a good turnover. He'll pick up the puck, take it up along the wall. The Lesource player goes down. Puck up along the wall, throwing it down towards the corner. Glover will be the first one to that puck. Losing it in his feet, comes out in his favor. Picked up by Seifert will take it in, give it to Glover. Glover with a shot, blocker saved by the Lesource. Taken by Kochuk down low. Kochuk taking his time, puck put up the wall. Almost taken by Lisi, but it flies by and it goes down to the Vortex territory. Taking with it Mariani. Mariani gives it to Kochuk. Kochuk drops it down for Lisi. Lisi looking for a bit of room to skate. He'll take it along the wall. Kicking it around with his feet, loses it in the corner. Racing back over to get it. Giving up the wall, Lesource tries to clear, kept in by Bergeron. Bergeron makes a nice move, but it's dropped down low. Giving up top to the wall at the hash marks, put up to Mariani at the blue line. Mariani with a slap shot, goes wide. Bergeron fighting to get to that in the corner. Taken by Lev. Giving up the wall, Kavanaugh finds it, fires it down the boards, and it's given over to the other side. Try to pick that puck up along the wall. It's given out to the center of the ice, and Lesource's got some room to skate. Taking up the right side, they'll fire it in, and Ellsworth will come out to play it behind his net. They'll put it up the boards for Bergeron. Bergeron will play it up for Kavanaugh, but Lesource takes back possession, taking it out wide right. Shot towards the net, pad saved by Ellsworth. A couple of opportunities for smacks there, but Ellsworth shuts it down. Bergeron picks it up, drops it back down for Bierney. Bierney puts it up the boards for Lev. Lev bits a pass out to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh taking it out the middle of the ice. Taking a couple nice moves. Taking it out wide. Circling with it. Taking it out the other side. Puts it up top for Power. Power with a shot. Glove saved by Lesource. Give him back up to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh will throw it into the zone. Lev sticking with it down in the corner. Pressure coming from two sides. Bergeron taking a safety. But it's thrown up the wall. Taken by Lev, given out to the middle, but nobody there to pick it up. And Lesource's got that puck coming the other way. That's Pinsino. Puck gets thrown down in Lesource's zone. Ellsworth will pick it up. Lesource getting called for offside, so we'll have to clear. Zagomba looking to take off. He will, taking it up the middle of the ice. Taking it over the right side. Cutting it out front, throwing it towards the front of the net. Nobody there. Kaduri finds it. Maybe a lane to shoot. He'll drop it down low for Zagomba. Zagomba, shot, glove saved by Lesource. I will name drop as I know of some players, but I'm not aware of the entire roster for Lesource, so bear with me. Face-off will come to the right side of the LeSoir net with Kochuk taking the face-off. One back to Glover. Glover will give it over to Lisi. Lisi will walk it in. Shot towards the net, goes way over. Kochuk will be the first to the puck along the boards. Giving up top to Deemer. Deemer will give it back over to Glover. Covering their ground over on Lisi, making sure he's covered at all times. Glover will look to take it up himself. Finds some open space, but he causes the turnover. LeSoir picks it back up in their own zone. Circling with it to the blue line is Bouma. Giving up the wall, turnover to Deemer. Deemer will drop it back over for Lisi. Lisi makes a nice move. He's looking to get some room to skate, but he'll throw it over to the other side for Deemer. Deemer picks up that puck. Loses an edge, but he'll drop it back for Glover. Glover gets it over towards Kochuk. A little too wide. Kochuk makes a nice move. Another nice move, and he's got some room to skate. Kochuk taking it up, coming in with Seifert. Taking it out wide. He'll cut up front. Circling out wide, catches a stick, no hook called, thrown up top to Glover. Glover with a shot, blocker saved by LeSoir, up into the netting. Great opportunities coming from both sides to start this period. But Vortex getting most of the pressure with another face-off down in their zone, Kavanaugh taking it. Kavanaugh ties up that face-off. And it's won by the Vortex. Bergeron gives it back to Mariani. Mariani with a shot towards the net, goes wide. Almost put out in front of the net. Lev doesn't get a chance for it. Kavanaugh will drop it down for Lev. Lev too far up, and LeSoir will take that puck back, taking it up the right wall. Coming down into the Vortex territory, takes it out wide, number 55, throws it down low, takes a body, nothing called. Puck was flying over a stick, thrown back over to the other side. LeSoir will be the first one to hit along the wall at the hashes. Gives it up the blue line for Bouma. Bouma with a shot off the side of Kavanaugh's leg. What a block. Lev will pick it up down in the Vortex zone. Sticking with it. Gives it over to Kavanaugh on the left side. Kavanaugh makes a nice move. Takes a body, but he still remains possession. Throws it into the LeSoir zone. Meet that puck will be Bergeron. Loses the puck along the boards though. Kavanaugh almost gets a pick off. He does end up getting it back. Throws it down low for Bergeron, but nobody there to pick it up. Thrown back over to the other side of the boards. LeSoir will have a chance to take it back the other way if they keep fumbling with this puck. They might not. And it's thrown into the Vortex zone. Stick handling with it, giving it up to Lev. Nobody there to pick it up. Throws it way behind him. And LeSoir looking for a chance. That's Zachary Pinsino in the corner. Throws it up top to the blue line. Shot from the point. Tipped off a couple of sticks. Doesn't go anywhere. Still up along the wall near the hashes. Pinsino gets picked. Kaduri gets that puck over to Kochuk. Kochuk trying to get to that puck in time. And he gets thrown to the corner. Deemer gets a nice pick. Takes the turnover. Gives it over to the other side for Mariani. Mariani stick handles it. Takes a tumble. I don't even know what happened there. It looked like he did a flip or a somersault. Cartwheel. Kaduri gets that puck over to Kochuk. Kochuk will take his time down in the Vortex zone. Looking for some area to skate with. Kochuk will just get it back to Mariani. Mariani over to Birney. Birney up to Deemer. Deemer takes it in himself. Skating it out wide, trying to take it up the middle. Good poke away by LeSoir. Nice move made there by Deemer. Throws it out front for Kaduri. Kaduri shot, scores! Andrew Kaduri starts the scoring early and gets the Vortex the early 1-0 lead. And we have somewhat of a goal horn here. But what an effort there. Deemer loses his defender back behind the net, finds Kaduri up top, and Kaduri snipes it glove side and gives the Vortex an early 1-goal lead. Face-off won by the Vortex, given back to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh over to Glover. Glover tries to get it center ice to Deemer. Deemer catches it mid-air, taking it up the ice, taking it out wide. Trying to do the same thing he just did. It's wired over to the other side of the boards, picked up by Lisi. Lisi will give it over to Glover. Glover with a shot towards the net, hits off a LeSoir body. Back out towards the front of the net. Deemer gets hooked. Nothing called, thrown towards the middle of the ice, but Kavanaugh gets in the way of that. Deemer finds it, throws it down low for anybody, but it's picked up by LeSoir. LeSoir puts it up against the wall. Glover tries to get a stick on it. He does. Kaduri will take it back into the zone. Loses the puck, gets tripped in the process. And LeSoir's got a break coming up the right side. Trying to throw it towards the net. They take it behind. Circling with it still. Ref trying to get out of the way. Picked up by Glover. Glover trying to get it over to Kochuk. Comes flying in the air. Doesn't go into the LeSoir bench. But LeSoir remains possession of that puck. They give it over to the right side. They may have a break, but it's thrown too far into the corner. Shot from that impossible corner. Doesn't even hit the net. Glover gets that puck up to Lev. Lev makes a nice move, trying to get it up the middle of the ice. Taking it in himself up the left side, cutting it up the middle, loses the puck on the process. Tied up out front, throws it for Kochuk. Anybody there to pick it up? Nobody gets a hand on it. LeSoir gives the puck up to the middle of the ice. Skating it in, Lisi gets a poke on it, and Kochuk has some time. Taking it through the hash marks. Nice fake over to the right side. Taking it out wide. Kochuk still with possession of it. He'll lose it down in the corner. Nice pass up to the right side, a breakout pass, but Lisi flying up there, and he gets right to that puck before he can even have a chance to touch it. Lisi makes a nice move. Another nice move. He cuts out front, and he's taking it up himself. Lisi out the left side, has a space, shot, misses the net. Thrown up in the air for a field goal, but a break for LeSoir. Coming back to stop it is Kochuk. Nice save by Ellsworth. Brooks makes a nice move. Brooks has a little bit of room to skate. He'll give it up to Belargeron on the other side. Belargeron cuts it out front. Shot blocked by LeSoir. Knocked down by Mariani. Mariani doesn't get a good hold on it. Still in the feet, but LeSoir takes it back. That's Schiller skating it up the right side. Shot from the middle of the ice. Another rebound opportunity, but a stick by Lawler stops that. Still down in the corner. Lawler picks it up, throws it to the other side for Brooks waiting on the wall. Gives it down low for Bierney. Bierney will wire it over the glass to Lawler. It takes a weird bounce off the boards, but Mariani there to recover it. Thrown in the air, touched by LeSoir, and they will get called for the high stick. With 6:07 remaining in this first period, the Vortex still hang on to their 1-0 lead with a goal from a Gaduri early up in the 8-minute mark. Face-off will be just outside of the LeSoir zone. Won by LeSoir. That's Bouma taking it up the right side, and he'll fire it in for a clear. Over to the other side, Glover can't make it there in time. Good dump in by Bouma. Deemer pinning him up against the wall. Glover finds a way to take that out, but it's taken right back by LeSoir. Given back behind the wall for Lisi. Lisi will try to get it up the boards for Seifert. Kochuk finds it along the wall. Gets some open space, looks around for something to happen. Gives it over to Glover on the right side. Glover back over towards Lisi, but he throws it at Ellsworth first. Lisi taking it himself up the right wall. Takes a stick up in the face, nothing called. Looks to be in a little bit of discomfort. Lisi makes another nice move. Still skating around with it. Puts it up front for Glover. Glover back over towards Kochuk. Kochuk with a shot off the side of the net. That one looked like it went in at first. Kochuk keeps that puck. Taking it around the top of the circle. He'll take it out towards the middle. Shot towards the net. Saved by LeSoir. I've been doing a pretty good job at keeping track of this iPad from now on. A lot better than the last two games. So props to myself. On to take the face-off will be Kavanaugh with Lev and Belargeron on the wing, and Zagamba and Mariani on the blue line. Puck drop, won by LeSoir, given up to the blue line. Nice poke by Mariani, keeps that puck in, he'll walk it in. Shot on net, good save by LeSoir. Picked by Kavanaugh, thrown down low for Lev. Belargeron will have to race to the corner, pick up that puck, drop it down low for Lev. Lev coming in to help fight for that puck. Mariani throws it towards the net, nothing goes. Thrown out of his own. Picked up by Zagamba. Zagamba almost loses the puck, but he'll get it up the boards. Into the netting for a stoppage of play. I think that puck barely caught a piece of the netting coming up along the boards from a Glover clear, or from a Zagamba clear, sorry. And we'll get that whistle down into the Vortex zone to the left of Ellsworth's net. Tied up, but won by LeSoir. Shot opportunity. Quick glove save by Ellsworth. Quick change on the LeSoir side. Pinsino gets called off. Face off to the left side of Ellsworth again. Won by Kavanaugh, but it's taken right back by LeSoir. Lasore circling with it down low. They throw it up in the air, caught out of midair, thrown out front, nobody there to pick it up. Zagamba will try to get it center ice, hits off a Lasore body, giving it out front. Shot opportunity, but is blocked and shut down by Zagamba. Throwing it out front, Lev finds it, trying to find some open space. He has it. Dish it up to Kavanaugh along the wall. Kavanaugh makes a nice stop. Another nice move, but he gets picked off. Cross ice pass towards the boards. Pearson Bierney racing to get to that puck. He finds it. Nice stop by Bierney. Throwing it up the wall. Picked up by Lev. Thrown over towards Belargeron. He'll give it back over to the boards for Lev. Lev giving it up to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh loses it, gets it over to Belargeron, but Schiller's there to pick off that pass. Trying to throw it towards the middle. Give it over to Lev. Lev will get it over to Kavanaugh, and Kavanaugh skates it up the middle of the ice. Taking it out left, throwing the shot towards the net. Pad save by Lasore. Rebound goes wide, given down to Belargeron from Gaduri. At the hashes, that's Buma. Stick handler with the puck. He'll give a D-to-D pass down in their zone. Taking it up the wall, number 27. Still has some room to skate. He'll throw it towards the net, way over. Liam Lawler skating hard, racing over to get to that puck in time. It's stopped by Brooks. Brooks will throw it in. Lawler tries to get it over Gaduri. The Vortex will be called for offside, though. Having to clear, Brooks drops it back for Power. Power loses it. Vortex pick it up. That's Pinsino, but it's taken back by Lisi. Lisi getting a good fight down there from Pinsino. Power fighting down in the corner. Loses the puck, but Lisi will be there to pick it up. Trying to get it to the middle of the ice for Lawler. Lawler's got some room to skate. Trying to get it over cross ice to Brooks. But Brooks is too covered, doesn't get it anywhere. Thrown up the side of the boards. Glover going for the pinch. Glover keeps that puck in the zone. Thrown down below the goal line. Taking it behind their net. Circling with it. They throw it to the other side. Lawler trying to pinch that puck. He does. Kaduri throws it over to Brooks. Brooks' shot goes wide. Lawler for a rebound. Throws it towards the net. Almost gets a corner. Back up to the blue line. Lisi tries to fire it towards the net. Hits off a stick on the way through. Hit on the back of the net. Lawler throws it out front. But a Lasore player meets the puck in its path. And they come back the other way. Taking it up the right side. A nice move, but poked away by Lisi. Thrown up front. An opportunity for a shot. Goes left. Taken by Deemer. Deemer will throw it up for Seifert. Seifert with a nice play. Trying to throw it into the zone. He does. No offside call. A coach on Lasore is visibly upset about that one. Pinned up against the wall is Deemer. Coming in to help is Kochuk. No player on the other side waiting for that puck. Lisi picks it up. Lisi makes a nice move. Starts to walk it in. Cuts out left. Shot from Lisi. Doesn't go anywhere. Doesn't get the opportunity for it. He keeps circling it out. He'll put it up for Glover. Glover over to Kochuk. Kochuk with a shot on the ground. Pad save. Rebound down in the corner. It's up in the air. And it clears the zone. Glover picks it up around the Lakeshore Canadiens logo. He'll make a nice stop. And he'll drop it back for Lisi. Lisi with a couple of seconds to himself. Throws it up for Glover. Glover gets that poke over to Seifert. Seifert trying to knock it up for Deemer. Gets it over to Deemer. Deemer trying to make a nice move. He loses the puck, but a good poke by Seifert keeps that puck in. Deemer finds it back again. Throws it out in front for Seifert, but it's off the ground. Little less than a minute left to play. Nothing called on a slight hook from the Vortex. Kept in by Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh will walk it in. Trying to make a nice move on Buma, but Buma shuts him down. Mariani will pick it up, throw it to the other side for Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh drops it back for Bierney. Bierney will give it over to Kochuk, but Kochuk kicks it over to Mariani. I just mixed both his first name and his last name. Bierney gives it over to Mariani. Gives it up the middle of the ice, but it's taken right back by Lasore. Kavanaugh makes a good fight, forces the turnover, Throws it along the boards for Lasore. Trying to get another opportunity before the first period ends, but they won't get it. And that'll bring us to the end of this first period. Wow. What a show we've been witnessing so far. At the end of the first period, the score is 1-0 for the Vortex, with a goal coming from Andrew Gaduri at the 8-minute mark in the first period on a beautiful feed from Deemer down low after losing his defender, breaking a couple of ankles. Going into the second period with the lead, the Vortex mindset's got to be to keep these shots away from the net and get those pucks into the back of the net for Lesueur. Shots on them, shots minimalized on them. If that makes sense. I don't think anything I just said makes sense, but if you try to put some hard thought into it, I don't know, maybe. But a quick pep talk from Coach Ballmer down below. The Vortex are ready to go for this second period. With just a little bit left to go in this first intermission, we'll be back with your second period action shortly. And shortly, I mean like probably 20 seconds. Coming to start this second period will be the Kochuk line with Deemer and Gaduri on the wing. Face-off is tied up, but stopped right away. Tied up and won by Lesueur. They'll take it up along the wall, fake a move, give it over to the left wall, dump it into the Vortex zone. Ellsworth comes out to play it, throws it along the wall for Gaduri. Gaduri gets pinned up along the wall, getting help from Glover down low. Puck comes out, almost picked up by Kochuk. Kochuk racing over to get it. He gets a pick on it, and Kochuk's got a little bit of space. Coming in up front, scores! Ryan Kochuk with a beautiful move, taking it out wide. And the Vortex have extended their lead to 2. What a play from Ryan Kochuk. Putting in all the effort he has, skating up to that loose puck in the middle, what looks like an impossible opportunity to take it back. He gets a poke on it, overtakes his opponent, and finds the back of the net on a beautiful shot. Or a beautiful tap-in, I should say. Lev taking that puck up the boards into the Vortex zone, but it's thrown back towards Mariani. Got to clear the Vortex, do get out. Mariani gets tripped in the process, nothing called. Brooks with a shot, blocked by Lesueur. Down in the corner, Brooks will try to throw it out front of the net. Nobody there, but it is blocked. Thrown over to the wall. Lev almost gets a piece of it. But Lesueur will head down the other way. Trying to cut it up to the middle. Poked away by Kavanaugh. Brooks will pick that puck up and get across the red line to throw it down for a dump in. Played by the goaltender. Lev looking to get a pass over to somebody. Shot towards the net. No, it doesn't go. Shot out in front for Seifert. What a great opportunity that was, too. But Seifert just loses the puck on his stick. Lev drops it down low for Kavanaugh. Out front for Lev. Shot is there for Seifert. Stick gets held up in the air. Lev trying to throw that puck back out front. Nobody there to pick it up as men. Take it up along the wall. Lesueur picks it back up. Throw it to the right side. Pinsonneau takes it up off the wall. Bierney covering some good ground. Gets a good poke on it. And Pinsonneau throws that back behind him. Mariani back up to Bierney over the corner. Pinsonneau coming in for a pinch with another Lesueur defender. Kochuk makes a nice move. Gets it up the boards for Deemer. Deemer skates in with Seifert. Gets a stick lift. Loses the puck. Bouma tries to clear, but Kochuk's there to pick it right back up. Taking it out wide around behind the net. Cutting it up the middle. Shot towards the net. Picked up by a Lesueur player. Almost kept in by Power. But it hits off the skate of Kochuk. Kochuk with a bit of smiles coming out of that zone. Bouma takes that puck, throws it up along the wall. Schiller gets poked away by Kochuk. Lesueur still with possession of it in their zone. They throw it back behind to the top of the circle. Back up to the red line. Zagamba will take back possession of it. Throw it down for Deemer. Deemer will give it up to Seifert. Seifert trying to cut up middle. Deemer finds it, puts it towards the net, off the side of the net. Schiller attempting to clear that puck. Doesn't go nowhere, but this is the captain for Lesueur taking it up the middle of the ice. Gets poked away by Lisi. Almost picked up by Bergeron. Thrown out in front of the net. Shot, they score! Lesueur gets this game back within 1 on a great feed out to the middle of the net. And that brings the score to 2-1. An unfortunate opportunity there for Lesueur, but they do get this game back within one. A beautiful feed from the left side wall over towards the middle of the ice. A great sense of eyesight. Face-off is won by Lesueur. Put up the wall, pinched by Kavanaugh, but it just barely squeaks by him. Not a big target. Thrown back towards Lisi. Lisi will look to turn it up himself. Makes a nice move, taking it up the right side. Skating it in fast. He'll cut up the middle. Loses the puck on a good peek away by the Lesueur captain. Given over to the left side. Back up to center ice. A good pass there. They've got a 2-on-2 coming back the other way. A nice move broken up by Deemer. Good defense there. Thrown up the boards. Kavanaugh gets a stick on it. Lesueur remains possession of it, and they fire it out down the boards. Picked up by Kochuk at the face-off dot. Taking it out way wide. Trying to cut it up the middle of the ice. Loses another defender. He comes in flying, taking it out left. A nice move there. Kochuk with an opportunity. Throws it towards the net. Pad saved by Lesueur. Lesueur loses that puck. Kavanaugh finds it. Middle of the ice. Deemer makes a nice move. Tries to get the shot off. Lisi finds it. Gets poked. And Kavanaugh fires it down to the corner. Taken back by Deemer down low. Deemer gives it up the blue line to Glover. Glover with a shot. Lisi screaming for it. But Glover decides to take the shot anyway. Glover picks the puck up himself, and he'll look to skate a little laps. Taking it up the middle. Taking it out the right side. Shot towards the net. Way left. Kept in by Kaduri. Kaduri off the boards towards the middle of the ice. Trying to keep that puck in as well. Stuck in between lots of pairs of feet down there. But Kaduri will come out with it. Lose it again. Lisi picks it up. Again, almost. Trying to get it back towards his area. They give it up the middle of the ice. Taking it up the right side wall at the top of the circle. Cutting it up the middle. An opportunity. Pad saved by Ellsworth. Bergeron trying to get it up for Lev. Drop down low for Glover. Glover trying to get that cleared. Taken back out to the middle of the ice. Sticked away by Lisi. Taken back up the wall near the hash marks. The Vortex take back possession of it, trying to get it towards Lisi's area. And Kaduri will pick it up, skating in with Lisi and Bergeron. Throwing it back towards Bergeron, but it's in his skates. Puck thrown towards the net. Nice save by Lesueur. Circled around behind their net. Lev getting a good pressure against Buma. Picked back up by Bergeron. Throwing it down low for Lev. Lev still with some time. Stick high with it. Makes a couple of nice moves. Throws it out towards the front of the net. Nice stick. Gets rid of the opportunity. And Lesueur gets the clear. Bierney with some pressure coming from Zach Pincinel. Giving up to Kochuk. Kochuk knocks down the flat puck. Looking to turn it up the other way. Kochuk skates it up the center of the ice, coming in with Kavanaugh. A nice move made by Kochuk, but a good stick gets it away to the corner. Kochuk throws it up top for Deemer. Deemer makes a nice move, another nice move. Gives it over to Kochuk. Kochuk walks it in, loses the puck, so he'll have to give it back down to Mariani. Mariani over to Bierney. Bierney walking it in, trying to get a smack on it. And Bierney's able to throw that back down for Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh turns around, wires it along the boards for Kochuk on the other side. Kochuk up to Deemer. Deemer drops it back for Mariani. Mariani with a good pinch, keeps that puck in, but Lesueur picks it back up. That's Schiller skating down on a 2-on-1. Mariani joining in late, gets the pick on it, and Lesueur is offside. Bierney taking his time. He'll drop it for Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh will take it up the right wing side. Couple of nice broccoli chops there. But Lesueur takes that puck out. Attempted poke by Lisi. Lesueur has a chance. Shot towards net, off the crossbar, doesn't go. Drop back down low. Glover racing to the corner, gets to that puck. Lesueur beats him, tied up against the wall. Kaduri coming in to help with Lisi getting back up. Thrown down along the wall for Lisi. But Kavanaugh will take it. Drop it off for Lisi. Lisi skating it all by himself. A nice toe drag. Shot, scores! Wow! With no effort whatsoever. And Lisi picks that top right corner backhanded and gives Vortex the 2-goal lead once again. On to take the face-off will be Gaduri with Michael Seifert and Liam Lawler on the wings. Won by the Vortex, but taken right back by Lesor. They take it up the right side wall, trying to throw it towards the net. No good. Thrown out in front for somebody. Zagamba breaks it up, gives it up to Lawler. Lawler will get it up the ice for Seifert, and Seifert will get a clear into the Lesor zone. That's in the Lorsor. Lesor taking it up the left wall. Gaduri on the races, gets a break up, forces the turnover, but they'll pick it right back up down low, and Zagamba's going to get called for it. Thrown down low. The Vortex will get a touch on it, and that'll bring us to the whistle. And Zagamba will head to the box on a 2-minute tripping call. So the Vortex will have to kill a 2-minute penalty. Costly penalty, but the Vortex have to shine on the penalty kill. Only allowing, I think, 1 so far on the penalty kill for about 10. Face-off is tied up at the Lesor blue line. Lesor taking their time, whiffs on the shot. Bierney gets a hold of it and he'll get it down the ice. Kept in by Lesor. They'll walk it in for a shot way up into the netting. And that'll bring us to a whistle. Whoa, what's happened to my GoPro? Hey, not GoPro, what the heck? It's been tight. I don't even know if that's it. Okay, whatever. Faced off won by the Vortex. Mariani tries to get it down the ice. Doesn't go anywhere. Gives a DDD pass at the blue line. Way back over to the other side. Shot from the blue line. Saved by Ellsworth. Mariani gets a stick lift. They can't get the clear. Lesor gives it to the right side. A shot opportunity blocked by Kavanaugh. Kochuk racing over to get there. Goes between his feet. Lesor still with possession of the puck. Mariani trying to get a stick on it. It gets thrown back over to the right side wall. Still stick handling with it down low. Near the goal line, they'll do a drop back pass. Give him back up to the blue line. Over to the left side near the top of the circle. Walking it in. Tip attempt. Doesn't go anywhere. Wraparound opportunity. Thrown out front. Pad save by Ellsworth. Back off the top crossbar. 3 shots from the Lesor team in about 3 seconds. Kochuk makes a nice move trying to get loose, but it'll get poked away. Bierney will get that clear. What's going on here? Walking it in, they shoot it, miss it wide. Kept in by Lesor. Oh, that's not the right thing. Hold. Lesor is able to get that clear down the other way. Sorry, the tripod's being a little mean right now. Lesor will take it back the other way, taking it up the left side wall. Little stick lift from Glover breaks that up, and Lisi finishes off the turnover. Little slash down in the corner, and Lesor's going to get called for it. Lisi draws the penalty on Lesor for a 2-minute slash. Clock is still running. And forget to start that clock. That was not my fault. But Lesor heads to the box on a 2-minute slashing call against Lisi. So that'll leave it 4-on-4 for, I don't even know, because it's not even on the board. So good job from these timekeepers down below. Bell Rivers really knows the right guys, right? But for just a few more seconds, Vista will be on the power play, or be on the 4-on-4, even strength. And then they'll have whatever is left on that Lesor penalty for a power play. I like the music choice for the Timekeepers box, playing the Bad Boys. But the Vortex still continuing to shine. There's 5 minutes remaining in this second period. Having a word down low with the coaches. Obviously not happy about that call, but nothing you can do about it. There shouldn't be much time left in that Zagamba penalty. But here we go for the face-off. Down low, Kochuk doesn't win that face-off. Immediately stopped. What is going on down here, guys? Not able to figure it out right now. No clue what's going on here. But we'll get another refresh, reset. And it seems like it's been sorted. Nope, we're going to talk to the Vortex side. Oh, look at cheeseburger, man. Here we go. It's gotten to the point where Ari and Glover is on a knee, which I couldn't agree more with. No clue what's going on here between the two sides. Ref giving a talking to the victim of the slashing, or the suspect of the slashing. Here we go. Face-off coming down to the left side of the LeSource net. Won by Kochuk, given up top to Glover. Glover will get it over to Lisi. Lisi back over to Glover. Glover will look to walk it in, but he'll give it down low for Kochuk. Kochuk will get it back up top to Glover. Back over to Kochuk. Kochuk loses that puck along the wall. This thing keeps coming loose, and I swear to God, I'm going to lose it in a minute. Taking it in is Lisi. Lisi still with possession back behind the net. Circling with it still. Lisi throws it up top for Glover. Glover will drop it back down for Lisi. Lisi will take it in. Shot on net, blocked by LeSource. Deemer picks it back up. He'll throw it to the other side for Lisi. Lisi gives a cross-ice pass to Deemer, but a good block by LeSource keeps it from going anywhere, and they get the clear. So the Vortex are on the power play for about 1 minute and 5 seconds. Skating it in is Kochuk, taking it up the left wall. Taking it behind the net, a slash on Kochuk, not called, given up top to Lisi. Lisi at the blue line, will walk this puck in. Shot on net, pad saved by LeSource. Rebound opportunity for Deemer, gets fished out of the glove. Lisi throws it back over to Deemer. Deemer trying to get that puck back out front. He'll find it back behind the net. Make a nice move. Still sticking with it. Throws it up top for Lisi. Lisi with an opportunity. Shot, heads off the stick, goes wide, and that'll come out. Skating it in. Glover looks for a lane. Glover will take it in himself. Taking it behind the back of the net. Trying to throw it towards the net. Good save by LeSource. Rebound opportunity from Kavanaugh doesn't go. And LeSource gets the clear. Picked up by Kochuk, taking it up the left wall. He is flying. Taking it out wide for the wraparound shot. Scores! Ryan Kochuk, his second of the game, extends this Vortex lead to 3. With some speed, Kochuk comes flying in, takes it out wide behind the net, and he finds the wraparound goal for his second of the night. And this team's second goal, or second team leading. My God, let me try that one more time. Leads the team, or second in team's goals, with just behind Alexander Lisi with 10. Kochuk has about 6 or 7. Not sure the exact amount, but it's somewhere around there. The Vortex take that puck back down low. Lev finds it, tries to give it over to Kaduri, but it gets cleared, given over to Bierney. Bierney gets it over the ice to Brooks, and Brooks will finish that dump into the LeSource zone. Fed up the wall. Brooks finds it, gets pinned up against the wall. Pincinel finds it, gets picked off by Kaduri. And Kaduri's got some room to skate. Kaduri will give it back over to Brooks. Brooks skating it in, he'll cut it up the middle. Shot from Brooks, missed him, hit the net. Trying to clear it is LeSource, they keep it in. Lev makes a nice cut back. Kaduri finds it after losing the puck. Taking it back behind the net. Trying to throw it up top for Mariani. Schiller gets a piece of it. Trying to pinch it to keep it from going out. We're back into the LeSource zone, sorry. But it's kept in. Brooks flying over to the corner, trying to keep that puck in. Gets thrown to the other side. Mariani coming into Kulich. To pinch, sorry. But it's thrown over to the other side with nobody there to keep it in. But Bierney, with a good effort, keeps that puck in the zone. That puck looked to be far gone. Lev with a shot, whiffs on it. Deemer in the corner, picks it up. He'll feed it down low. Trying to pick it back up, but Lesor finds a way to get it back. Lev takes it, gives it up top for Bierney. Bierney with a shot from the point. Pad save by Lesor. With just a minute 36 remaining in this first period, the Vortex have to lock down and keep possession of the puck in the Lesor zone. For one, to make sure they don't come into their zone and score, and two, to avoid from them pulling their goaltender. Thrown towards the net. Deemer backhand shot, doesn't go. Thrown up the boards. Power tries to get a stick on it, but Kavanaugh will be there to recover it. Thrown up the boards, given to Lawler. Lawler gets it up to Deemer, but Deemer can't get a stick on it. Lesor will head back the other way, losing the puck in the process. Thrown down low. Power throws it up the boards for Deemer. Deemer up the boards towards Kavanaugh. Clock hasn't even started. And they'll be gifted some extra time, as I have to fix my clock now too, because these guys are nut jobs. Lesor takes back possession of the puck in their zone, thrown up the right wall. They've got a bit of space, but Zagamba breaks it up instantly. Throwing it up the boards. Lesor has some time in their zone. Seifert coming to give a little bit of pressure. Thrown up the boards. Kavanaugh trying to get back to it. He gets a stick on it, so keep it into the Lesor zone a little longer. Lesor gets it back, giving up towards the timekeeper's box. Drop back low to the blue line. Nice move made there, but stopped by Lawler. Lawler gets it over to Belargeron, and Belargeron's got some room to skate. He'll take it up the right side wall, cutting it up the middle. Shot opportunity, blocker save. Nice move made by Seifert. Seifert throws it up front for Belargeron. Scores! Adam Belargeron extends this lead to 4. Makes it a 5-1 game with 40 seconds remaining. With 40 seconds remaining in the game and the score being 5-1. They sit at a very, very comfortable lead. Belargeron picks it up along the left wall. He'll throw it up the boards for Seifert, but nothing there to produce. Picked up by Brooks. Brooks trying to get a shot off towards the net. Goes wide. Picked up by Belargeron behind the net. He'll throw it up top for Zagamba. Zagamba over to Power. Power with a one-timer, whiffs on it, but the opportunity for the rebound still there. Glove saved by Lesor. Lesor picks it back up. They'll take it up the left side wall. And the team is getting loud. Down in the corner in the final 10 seconds of this game, Power throws it to the other side for Seifert. And there it is. The Vista Vortex are Bell River Junior Tournament champions. And we make an appearance. Gavin Deemer makes it back for the finals after he had to leave for baseball practice. But he gets back to witness the team's victory. And Ballmer gets the water shower from the Vortex. But what an effort it was today from this team. Coming out strong after a loss yesterday from Bell River and a 1-1 record going into day 2, but they show no quit, putting up massive scores against all teams they played today, and they make their way to the finals and stomp their way to victory.
Perfect. We have 3 awards to give out, but first of all, just a round of applause for a great game for both teams making it to the final here. Long game for both teams. We'll call on the Lesor captain to come up to receive their finalist plaque. our champions in the Aigles League Boys Division, we'll call the captain up for their championship plaque.
Arian Glover makes his way up to receive the game-winning plaque.
Now we do have some medals for both teams that will be given out in the dressing rooms, if that's okay, just to save some time here. But we do have one more award, and it's the MVP of the final game, and pretty much the tournament, I would say, goes to number 23, Aigles.
And a well-deserved MVP award given to number 23, Alexander Lisi, with a phenomenal tournament, recording 10 goals and 2 hat-tricks throughout the day.
Alex receives a $50 gift card to the Goats, so one of our sponsors. But thank you. That concludes our 18th annual. For all the great nights, make sure you book your coaches for next year for the 19th annual. Same time, same place. Thank you, everyone.
We'll make our way down low so you can catch the picture for the Vortex as they come through the handshake line. Great sportsmanship being shown from the Vortex, taking time out of the game to congratulate the SOAR on a great tournament. Both teams played phenomenal, but the Vortex showed to be the better team tonight. Reese, get them all to pile up in here for a photo. Get them all to pile up in here for a photo. Reese, yell at them. Use your voice. Ryan up top. Ryan up top. Aw. And there you have it, folks. Back at home, unable to make it to support the team, but thank you for supporting on the live stream and coming out to watch this finals matchup between the SOAR and Tecumseh. What a great game played by the Vortex once again. Amazing and phenomenal performances from each player on this team, providing some type of performance each game, helping as much as they could, and this team worked well together. They had great team chemistry that was built up from the start, from the first game. And it shows coming into this final game as they come out on top and are crowned champions of the Bell River Junior Tournament. Thank you for watching all games today. If you tuned in for all of them, we appreciate your support. and we couldn't be more grateful for it. Thank you for watching tonight. We hope you all enjoyed it back at home. And thank you for listening to me broadcast throughout both days of the tournament. It's very appreciated. And we'll see you guys when we see you. Have a great night, everybody.